You are looking live at Ice Time in Brewster, New York. In Newburgh, New York, where Orange County West is getting set to take on the Lady Bulldogs. Hi, everybody. It's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action on the old YouTube channel. If you like what you see and you want to catch the archive of the games, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we're going live or putting stuff up, you'll have a good look at that. And if you are joining us live or on demand, we appreciate it. You get to see a bunch of different teams on here at times, and glad to bring you OCW. PJ Jacobus at the center circle, Skylar McFarland on our left, Easton Pramuka on the right, and Pramuka hustles in after the face-off win. Centering feed for Skylar, picks it back up, backhander in the slot, one save and a rebound. Pramuka almost put it in. We went over this before, and Easton was nice enough to clarify that her name is different from the one that usually is on her jersey. So we're glad to bring you the exploits of number 20 today in white. White jerseys with orange trim and black numerals for Orange County West. 15-minute periods here as the Lady Bulldogs from Brewster, that's why I blew the opening, pick it off. Here comes Ella Herzog. She sends it in, and OCW will change all but one. Avery Lewick is going to pick this puck off. She's got Skylar with her. Skylar's at the end of her shift, but she's in such good offensive position that she stays there. Veronica Coys comes down the slot, centers it into the slot, but they couldn't get it all the way through. Avery was trying to muscle it home and was on the backhand, couldn't get to it. Comes into the OCW defensive zone, and they send it around the end boards. That is Grace Matone, and then the far boards, Addison Costello. She breaks out with Avery, and they get it into the offensive zone on onside. Avery peels off, Addie stays in. Right out in front is Raylan Villano, couldn't get it to her. Just underway here at Ice Time. No score between OCW and the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs in the darker uniforms. Lady Bulldogs bring it in onside, stopping at the outside of the circle, looking, spinning. Boys in pursuit over there, forcing to the outside. It comes behind the end line. Rizzo over there. She's with Costello and Villano up front, although in a little bit of a defensive posture at the moment for this shift. It goes back behind the end line. Riz hustling over there to help out Grace Matone, and eventually they negotiate it out of the defensive zone. Riz almost picked that one off. Raylan over there sends it across. They try to get it back across. Riz looked like she might have been behind the D. Wrist shot, big save by Emmy Landolina on her first chance of the game. She is up to it. And the whistle and the stoppage of play with 12:24 left in period one. No score between OCW and the Lady Bulldogs. So we choose this perch a little more toward the offensive zone because that's where OCW will shoot twice. If there's a couple of heads that get in your way here and there, well, not too much we could do about it. We could try to improve the perch a little bit, but otherwise that's that. Sent around the end boards, Hansen and Rizzo working it. Lost there off of a tick in the boards. It comes up to the slot, and it's picked off there by Amy Tolman. Tolman negotiates it out. That one's going to be an icing unless it goes on net, which it doesn't. And that will be a face-off to the left of Emmy Landolina. Wesley giving chase down there. A lost glove at neutral ice. That's going to be a fine if the Lady Bulldogs have a kangaroo court, but the offending player gets the face-off off the win between the points, and as the defensemen send it back between one another, she can't hold it in. It comes to neutral ice, almost picked off. Pramuka gets it now. Gets through 2. Trying to get through more, but can't do it. Big keep up by Rachel Lee right there. Otherwise, that would have been a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-0. So Lee steps in to get the stick on it. Reversed all the way around, and big hustle coming from all players on the ice to try to keep up with it. They're not puck chasing, they're position chasing. That's good hockey. 11:11 left first period, no score from ice time. In Newburgh, New York, sent in onside, curling around the left. Easton sends it below the end line, waits for a little help and gets it from Skylar McFarland. Sent at the net by Herzog. Couldn't get it all the way through. Pramuka was there. It comes out to neutralize. Herzog between partners with Rachel Lee. Rachel will pick it up again. Gets a little help from Avery. Now Easton will bring it in. She's got a lot to beat. She undresses 2. Tries to cut to the net. Leaves it in front. It's under the pads, and that's a big save. Pramuka with a big chance right there. The nifty lefty gets it all the way through. She's hard to stop. And she sort of did that move, maybe inadvertently, where instead of shooting the puck, you just let it keep going on its own volition and let the goalie fake herself out. But the netminder did trap it between the pads just in time. Poise and Matone on D. Lewick up front with Addie and Natalie. Addie's going to get to this first. Costello looking for McMahon in front, still looking. Gets a lot of company there. Finds Rizzo, who leaves it for the point. Matone sends it through traffic, but can't get it all the way through. Not sure if Riz left it or maybe she just overskated. Matone stands up her player at neutral ice. Gets a little back-checking help there from Poise and Rizzo. And Matone sweeps back through to clear the centering pass before it gets to Landolina. Addie breaks out on the left wing, gets through the middle. Costello comes in, right down Broadway, backhand score! Addison Costello takes the breakout pass, splits 2 defenders, gets behind the D, and puts OCW up 1-0 with 9:33 left in the first period. That line potent to start out with. Maybe it was even a mix of lines right there. Rizzo on the dot, Wesley on the right, and Tolman on the left. Face-off won by the Lady Bulldogs, and they negotiated through defense pairs. Move it up toward neutral ice and send it in. Francesca Hansen over there gets it toward the breakout point. Sent all the way down. It's not going to be icing because it's on net. Looking to get it out was the goaltender, but Wesley was the first one down there, and she forces the cover and the face-off. Hansen and looks like Altman, the defense pair, comes up between the points. Hansen getting in the way of a couple. She breaks up a potential 2-on-1 or even a 2-on-0. It goes to neutral ice. Near side, Wesley the one in pursuit, preventing the pass up the boards at least for a moment. It's Hesley, not Wesley, sorry. Bad eyes. It was a Helsley. Helsley. Okay, sorry. Somebody go find the Helsleys and get me young Helsley's first name. She's been all over the ice already so far, and we want to give her her due. Moved through neutral ice and into the OCW zone to Emmy's right. Picked up there and taken to the near side boards by the Lady Bulldogs. Battled for along the boards and won now by Herzog. She gets up through neutral ice and dumps it. Doesn't pursue, lets her forwards do the work there. She drops back to the left point. Jacobus on the hustle, trying to get there. McFarland on pressure, couldn't get it. It's sent back in by Lee. Annie June probably watching from her perch down in New Jersey. This is going to be a 3-on-1, but one Herzog beats 3 Bulldogs, and here comes Pramuka. Up the right wing. Easton stops, spins, looks. Centering pass all the way through for Skylar, but just a little bit too north. Comes to the point. Rachel, wrist shot through traffic. Settles just wide. Lady Bulldogs move it to the point. Ella kept it in for a moment with the skate, but couldn't keep it in for possession. It comes out of neutral ice and into the OCW defensive zone. Herzog picks it up, looks up, sends it forward. That was Pramuka who was trying to get it and jump out on the break. And boy, the Lady Bulldogs have her earmarked already as they were hustling on defense to change and not let her get behind. Centering feed in front. Somebody got a piece of it. Avery Lewick came down all the way from kind of out of nowhere. It looked like it was going to be a one-timer all alone, but she got the stick blade on it, 92. 6:36 now, first period from ice time, and it's 1-0 OCW. Wrist shot through traffic, got all the way through and blockered down by Landolina. Comes to the far side boards. Pramuka's going to pick it off there. She sends it through right on the tape to Lewick, who leaves it to go into the zone and hustles back out for a change. New group out there, the one that accounted for the goal, and it is Rizzo at center with Costello, the goal scorer, on the left wing, and Villano on the right. Here comes Rizzo. Doesn't have a step on the D, but let's see if she can get the possession. Had it enough to get it into the zone, steered up, and it eventually goes out. Veronica picks it up over to Riz. She sends it toward Raylan, who sends it at the net. That's going to be covered, and a whistle to Orange Crush there. No Lady Bulldog skaters, so wisely covered up. They'll face it off in the dot to the goaltender's left on the glove side. Rizzo on the dot, Costello in the slot, Villano on the right wing, Hansen at the right point, Altman on the left. Lady Bulldogs win it, and they move it right up the neutral part of the ice and into the offensive zone right down the middle. Centering feed rebuffed by Hansen. Now they regain it to the Lady Bulldogs, and they skate it around the back of the line, but Rizzo picks off the centering feed, looking for somebody. Video blanked out for a second. I had to fix that portion of what was going on. Here we go again. Altman, wrist shot through traffic, knocked down with the blocker. Loose in front, Rizzo there. Costello there. Villano there. It sounds like a mob movie. Some of us are allowed to make those jokes. Moved out through neutral ice. They send it down. It's going to be an icing, and OCW will change. So the Italian Stallions jump off. They've accounted for the first goal so far. 4:37 left, period one. 1-0 in favor of OCW over the Lady Bulldogs. OCW in the light jerseys, Lady Bulldogs in the dark, just to make it simple and easy for you. Comes to the right point, centering feed knocked away by Tolman. She'll get it up the right wing and move it in and dump it for herself. Amy Tolman, good hustling there. Loses it on the end boards. Trying to skate it up and through is number 4 for the Lady Bulldogs, and she's doing that. Gets up the left wing, but couldn't get it past Herzog. That's a big problem when you're trying to move against this team, or any team that Ella Herzog is playing. A stellar defenseman, 15 in white. Picked off the boards on the near side at the half boards, and still maintained in the offensive zone is the possession by the Lady Bulldogs, but Herzog gets it. McMahon tries to tip it out, can't get it all the way through. Tolman with a little help. McMahon, Tolman, and still up but not out. Helsley trying to get it out, can't do it. Finally McMahon to Helsley. Oh, she tried to chip it to herself and get it more forward. It's sent into defensive ice for the Lady Bulldogs, who have a free rein to break out, and they do. They get it to the center line, but Jacobus is there to stop the rush. It comes right back, and they send it through. This one picked off and sent forward. Pramuka wrist shot. Somebody got a piece, and it went just wide. Pramuka picks it back up. Centering feed, one-timer, score! PJ Jacobus finds the 5-hole. And with 2:54 left in period one, the Orange Crush double their lead to 2-0. Pramuka took the puck behind the end line, lost it, regained it, centered it, one-timer, and Jacobus made good. Here's Easton again, dipping in. Move to the far boards on the far corner now. Now behind the end line, perhaps looking for the same play right here as Jacobus is in front. 1-on-2, centered, actually goes to the point and just a little too strong for poise. Veronica moves back into her own zone, sends it forward, but just threads a needle, not exactly the way you'd want it. This one sent down by the Lady Bulldogs was going to be icing, but waved off. OCW has a chance to break out here, and they send it out. This is going to be a puck race, and you got some real fast skaters hustling in for it under pressure. You can almost hear the Queen and David Bowie song being played for number 4 in her head as she tries to get it out. And under pressure, she gets it mostly out, but not all the way. Now has to send it behind her own net as Pramuka hustles over there. Near side boards, far side boards along the end. Avery's there. She tries to pick one off, but eventually it's centered out. Hansen knocks that one down and sends it over for Altman, who will skate back in her own zone. 100 seconds left, period one. Avery was looking to send Addie in on the break, but couldn't do it. And it's finally picked up by Hansen. She knocks it forward. She's going to pursue that as well. She's on D, but Avery picks up her spot in the back. It goes to the slot there, but no one's there. And now the Lady Bulldogs will hustle it out. Hansen back checking now, picks that one off. She's got coverage back there, and she sends it back up the left wing. Knocked away for a moment, a change behind the play, reversed to near side and far, and OCW makes a change as well. 1 minute left in the first period, one that OCW leads 2-0 on goals by Costello and Jacobus. Picked off in the slot, Lewick almost there. Avery has her legs today, and she is a-flying around to these pucks. Costello for Lewick. Villano's in the slot, but she goes to the point. Herzog, top of the circle, centers it. More of a pass than a shot, and it didn't get through traffic. Battled for behind the end line. Half a minute left, first period. Costello, who has a breakaway goal, prevents a big breakout. Sent back in, it's going to be an icing. And 22 seconds remaining in the first period. That is going to be an offensive zone draw for the Lady Bulldogs. We trail 2-0. Rizzo on the dot, wins it over toward Tolman's side, but no possession gained. Comes back to the far side, half boards. Sent back down low by Tolman. Comes to the dot, centering feed, knocked away. 8 seconds, 7. Poise over there, battling in a puck battle. Still battling. 3, 2, 1. And that shot goes wide as the period expires. A good one and a good game for OCW thus far. 2 scorers in the game. Both have been for the Orange Crush. Addison Costello, the first on a breakaway. She threaded the needle right down the middle, got a stride on 2 defenders, and made a nifty backhand move to tuck it in. And PJ Jacobus on the second one took a feed at the top of the crease, a feed that came from behind the end line from Easton Pramuka and one-timed it through the 5-hole. Those are your 2 goal scorers. I should probably write that down somewhere in case I forget. But in case you forget, now's the best time to hit the subscribe button. And every time we're bringing you OCW, Girls Varsity High School Hockey, if you hit the alerts button, you'll get a notice and you'll be able to tune right in. If you can't catch the live stream and you want to look at it on demand, this game or past ones, then you could check that out as well. We appreciate all of the support leading up to this time and would like to continue it as well, as it's an honor to call the games of your daughters, your nieces, your granddaughters, your great-granddaughters, or your friends. My name's Joe Rizzo. We're at Ice Time in Newburgh, New York. It's Orange County West in the light jerseys against the Lady Bulldogs in the dark kits. 2-0 as we head into period 2. They line it up. Jacobus on the dot with Pramuka and McFarlane up front. Herzog and Lee, the defense pair. Picked off by Jacobus. She heads into the offensive zone. Sends it to McFarlane on the half board. Centering feed, just a little too strong for Pramuka, but she's going to race that down and win it along the half boards. Brings it up between the points, tries to move it in front, bumped away. Lee keeps it in deftly, and she slides it in forward onside as somehow Pramuka lifted the skate to get it back. It bounces off the far boards in a strange way, and not a good way for the Lady Bulldogs. They've been under pressure, but they've been able to break it a few times here. They move it through neutral ice and in. Now centering feed. There's 2 Lady Bulldogs there, but they're about a step behind, and Rachel Lee negates that rush. Comes to the near side corner. Herzog had it but lost it. There's some funky boards over there, and the blade of her stick, as she was moving forward with the backhand, caught a slight opening in the boards, it looked like there. That one sent down, and it would have been icing, but they wave it off. Always interesting to see how the referees call those dying pucks that are not going to be reached in time. Sometimes you see them call it. Wrist shot, Herzog through traffic, blockered away to the near corner. Pramuka sent it to Lewick, centering feed, didn't get good enough wood on it. Lee steps in at neutral ice, getting around the D. Herzog hustling back. Emmy cuts off the angle. Weak shot was there, sort of an off-speed shot, and Landolina knocked it away with the right pad. Puck battle at the point is won by the Lady Bulldogs, and they send it down past the end line. There's going to be a penalty here, and it looks like it is going to be a roughing, but I'm not sure which team because the puck was touched quickly by both sides, and Skylar McFarlane is going to occupy the penalty box next to her bench for a minute 30. 15-minute period, so 1.5-minute penalties. That's the USA Hockey rules and guidelines. The penalty killers will be Avery Lewick up front with Raylan Villano, and on the back line it's Veronica Coys and Grace Matone. 13:01 left, period 2, 2-0 OCW. Avery has the stick down, awaiting the puck drop. It goes in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. They'll pass it from point to point on their first power play, the first of the game for either team. Picked off by Coys, trying to send Lewick forward. Oh, it just caught the skate and actually stayed in. So a good break for the Lady Bulldogs and a tough one for OCW. That one sent down. It's not going to be icing. Icing in effect, I believe, even at this level, in all situations. Although, if they are playing the high school rules, I am not exactly sure if they would allow a shorthanded team to send the puck down as Emmy covers that one up. I'm not sure if they would allow a shorthanded team to send the puck down without the penalty of a face-off back in front of their own goaltender. Rizzo up front now with Toman. Herzog on the back line along with Altman. Riz wins the face-off over to Ella's side, gets it back but loses it. Tries to push the puck out at the top of the slot but can't do it, and the Lady Bulldogs will gain possession. Riz is going to step down, pick that one off, tried to get it out but couldn't do it. Sent down in through the left dot, knocked away. A lot of ping-ponging going on, but for the Lady Bulldogs, they keep it in the offensive zone. A little bit of a passive power play here. Sent through traffic off of a glove. I don't think that would have counted if it had gone in. And that is going to be a whistle and a stoppage of play on the face-off. Are they going to call a mutual roughing here? Is that what's going on? Or is it just going to be one penalty? Let's see what it is. They'll send Altman and number 89 off for coincidental minors. So with 11:46 left in period 2 and 46 seconds left in the OCW penalty kill, they will play it. Still 5-on-4, and the first whistle after 9:46 remaining will allow those two penalized players to repatriate the game. Rizzo blocks a shot. Can she get the breakaway? Oh, puck came out just a little too strong. Riz trying to pick it off, nearly did that. And the shorthanded chances. Well, I get to see basically every game Rizzo plays, and when she scores, she often scores shorthanded. 13 seconds left in the penalty to McFarland as the whistle blows, and now it's 10 remaining in the penalty kill. Same group still out there for the moment. Herzog on the back line. Let's see, is that Hansen? Riz and Altman up at the top. Slapper off the face-off win, knocked down by Hansen, sent down, no icing. Okay, so that's the rules. They're playing the high school rules. At this club level, that would have been an icing. Icing is in effect in all times. This is the icing rules that you'd be familiar with if you watch NHL hockey, where a shorthanded team cannot be guilty of icing the puck. There's a long pass for Lewick. Oh, and somehow they call her offside, but Avery, she looked like she caught it the right way. It looked pretty textbook to me, but they call the offside. That could have been a big break for OCW. They've killed off the penalty. They lead 2-0, and two players still in the box, but full strength for both sides. Although, let's see, well, the penalty's over, but she hasn't left the box yet. Why is she still in it? Maybe they're saying it's supposed to be a 2-minute penalty, but it should be out of the box, it looks like, as the puck goes out of play. It should be 5-on-5, and I think at some point Rizzo just jumped over the boards to make that even strength. Avery wins the face-off. It comes to the near side point. Rachel can't hustle over fast enough to keep it in. Just a little too much juice on the win. Sent through neutral ice, picked up there. Tegan Helsley. Sorry, Tegan, it took me a while to get your name. I've had it before, I just didn't have it on my sheet. And here comes Avery, spinning around, sends it at the net. Tegan sends it just wide. Tegan almost tried to shoot that one in off the goalie. Riz over to Tegan. Now can't connect. Comes to the near side half boards. They'll try to break out. Rachel will have to retreat there. Gets a little help from Hansen, who sends it off the boards on the far side. Hustling in is Jacobus. They'll change a couple behind the play if they can. Will the Orange crush? Pramuka will steal that one. Go through one, go through two, go through three. In on the goalie, leaves it in front. Here's a rebound and hits off the crossbar by Jacobus. Easton's got more moves than a rough ocean. And she nearly just created that goal. She got in behind the D after getting by 3 Lady Bulldogs. And then I couldn't tell if she was trying to do that same play where she lets the puck just go and see if it'll get through the goalie. She almost got it through again, and then there was a rebound that came, and Jacobus stepped in to knock it forward. It hit off of either the goalie or one of the Lady Bulldogs players, fluttered in the air for a moment and hit the crossbar and negotiated its way over. This will be an icing, so a whistle and a stoppage of play with OCW holding a 2-0 lead and 8:33 left in period 2. Defensive zone draw for Avery. OCW, as the home team, will take the late change. Both players should be able to exit the penalty box now, and they're telling them to get off. Both players are eligible to exit the penalty box. They were eligible at 9:46. So this guy was at least keeping track of that. Avery sends it through for Raylan. She had to spin around because she's a lefty, and she caught that one on the backhand. Possession is 9/10 of the law, so Raylan took the law into her own hands, possessed the puck first, took the spin, and then got it in. She gets it back behind the end line. Now that was actually Addie Costello. Stolen by Avery in the slot. 2 players fall down because she's so awesome, and now she loses it in the near side boards because, well, despite being awesome, she's still human. Grace Matone back in her own end, steers it behind her own net, off the back end boards. Raylan gets it there, steers it forward for Avery. Avery can't get it out. It's sent into the slot. Grace got it down for a moment, but needed a little help as it handcuffed her. Ella is always there because she's everywhere, and she helped her out. Grace now up the near side boards with some juice, a little bit too much juice for Addie to get it, and it goes down for an icing. Teams will change all 10, it looks like. And the face-off to Emmy Landolina's glove side circle. Rizzo will be on the dot. Helsley in the slot protecting, and Tolman on the near side boards. Hansen and Altman, the defense pair, and they're having a nice little discussion there about what maybe would be a good post-game meal, perhaps a gift for their teammate Rachel Lee, who will be turning 18 on the 5th of March upcoming, and that's why she wears number 5, something that, although I've known Rachel for quite a long time, I never knew she wore number 5 for her birthday. And although she's not out there, she's a wonderful player to watch when she is out there. Riz on the face-off wins it back. Amy steps in and sends it over to Taylor, who sends it to the far side. Tegan's up there. She'll knock it out of the zone. Riz in pursuit. She's looking to pick off the turn. Amy gets it. Riz was offside, though, and they do call it down. It was close. It was close. But no cigar. 7:03 face-off outside of the offensive zone for OCW. Riz wins it cleanly to Hansen, and Tootie sends it in deep. Goes behind the end line. Amy's over there. They try to play the pass, but the pass comes out through 3 OCW players. Sent through one. Backhand. Goes just wide. Rebound. Picked up and skated over the end line. They go to the point. It's going to be a delayed penalty here. Riz got a piece of it. I don't know why they didn't blow it down. Riz had possession there for a moment. And there is the whistle now. And let's see. We got a cross-check on somebody. It looks like maybe Hansen, 54. And I don't know if they're evening that one out. They blew the whistle at a strange time. The possession didn't change there. So I was dubious as to why they called the penalty in that moment, but Hansen in the box. 2 minutes now on the board. 1:30 before, 2 minutes now. You decide. Should be a minute 30 penalties with a 15-minute period from what I know, but I'm just a level 3 accredited USA hockey coach, and you know, that plus a hill of beans amounts to a hill of beans. Killing off a penalty for the second time. Here comes Pramuka. Like she's fired out of a cannon. She gains that puck first. Looking for Jacobus. Wrist shot. One-timer almost. Loose in front. Pramuka slides forward with the stick. Trying to poke it in off the shot from Jacobus, which handcuffed the netminder. Boy, wouldn't you hate to kill penalties with those two up front? My goodness, you can't even get possession, can the Lady Bulldogs. Here's Easton again. Gets through. She's diminutive. She's not nearly the biggest player on the ice, but she's the hardest from whom to get the puck. It comes to the point. Looking. Sent through traffic. Redirected. Score! Matone sends the wrist shot into the slot. Jacobus gets the stick on it, redirects it. It hits off the goalie's shoulder and finds its way into the net. A short-handed goal for PJ Jacobus makes it 3-0 for OCW with 5:38 left in the second period. What a possession right there. A little bit of magic working. Now a little discussion with the Lady Bulldogs coach and the officials over there. OCW going to kill it off now with Ella and Rachel on the back line, although Rachel has patriated the spot at the face-off that is customary for a wing. Avery and Addison up front. Avery in the face-off circle as the referee has a discussion with the Lady Bulldogs goaltender. The goal has not been put on the board, but it sure looks like a goal. I don't know why they didn't put it up on the board. I suppose it's possible that they didn't allow the goal and they had a goalie interference situation that forced a face-off at the center zone, but I'm thinking it's 3-0, and I would love to have some clarification on that because it says 2 on the scoreboard. Here comes Costello, gets through 2, gets in front. Oh, just lost it. Addison nearly beat 4 Lady Bulldogs before getting to the goalie. She did up until she just couldn't hold on to the puck at the last moment. Under 5 minutes now, period 2. The scoreboard says 2-0. I think it's 3. I'll see if we get clarification. 12 seconds left in the penalty kill, a penalty kill that has been mostly looking more like a power play for OCW against a solid team here in the Lady Bulldogs. They're just trying to keep up. There's a one-time shot off of a rebound that went to the outside of the net. The penalty has been killed off, and it is 5-aside now. Full and even strength for both teams as we tick down to 4:18. Costello up the wing, tries to get it for Avery, couldn't do it. She's going to pick it off at the point. She's got Amy alone in front. Amy for the one-timer, puts it on net. Rebound was there. Good work. Big save. And now they do put the 3 up there. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Riz now on. She comes and walks right down the middle, still with it on the backhand. She'll skate it through the circle, send it between the points for, who is that? Taylor. Couldn't hold on to it. Sent forward, possible breakaway, but they just couldn't get their wheels moving quite quick enough. And also the back checking helps. 44 now gets it for the Lady Bulldogs. There's a battle in front for space, and Altman's winning it. Down the slot, wrist shot, and goes wide. Emmy was there, but that's about the best opportunity the Lady Bulldogs have had so far. They trail 3-0 to OCW. 2 by Jacobus and 1 by Costello. One of the Jacobus goals, a shorthander just moments ago. Dumped in Toman there Rizzo now in pursuit, trying to pick it off. It comes to the point. Altman steps in, can't keep it. This is going to be a 3-on-1, and the one is Veronica Coys. There's a shot that Emmy gets a piece of with the left pad, and it goes wide. Veronica picks it up, and one of the Lady Bulldogs falls in the corner. Veronica now takes it behind her own net, and she will try to power it up the wing, sends it forward. Lost possession, but she got it out of the zone. It comes back in on the dump, knocked down and turned around and moved all about by Taylor Altman. She sends it forward looking for Amy. Natalie's over there, Amy and Riz. They'll all three jump off in favor of new charges. Jacobus on, Pramuka on, Matone on. Helsley the other forward, Coys and Matone on D. Pramuka behind her own net, stops, looks, handles, sends it up the far boards, a little too strong for Coys. Now ticking down 2:05, 4, 3, 2, and 2 minutes left in period 2. 3-0 OCW. Here comes Jacobus. Gains the line on the left side. Around the circle. Centering pass, couldn't get it through traffic. Sent up top by Helsley, but couldn't get it all the way up and down. Pramuka picks it up. She'll leave it at the point. Fired forward by Coys, but it's blocked, and she, on her third chance, and now her fourth, moves it still forward. Pramuka loses this one, and she'll send it over to Matone. 90 seconds left first period. Grace is going to take that and cross dump it, so that means she's on the left side, and she dumps it into the right corner. Picked up there. 2 fall down, and one Lady Bulldog skates away, but she only has a moment before PJ forces it away. Grace tries to power it forward, needed 3 chances to get it out of trouble. Easton comes up, gets it knocked away, but it goes right to PJ, who sends it in. That line will change 2 of the 3. Teagan is still out there, and she'll eventually fire off for a change. Avery jumps off. That's going to be offside, but the delayed offside type allows for OCW to not be offside. Here's a possible breakaway. Hustling back is Addie. It comes on net. There's a shot saved by Emmy, and she covers the rebound. Costello knocked the puck away from the Lady Bulldogs charging Claire, but she regained it enough to get a good shot on goal, but Landolina sprawled forward with the dexterity of a lizard and was able to knock it down and cover it up. Lady Bulldogs win the faceoff, but Rachel Lee steps in to steal it. 32 seconds now. Here's Addie. She's up over the left wing, through the left circle, steers it around the end line. Rachel Lee blitzes down with her. She's got coverage behind her, so the defenseman playing close to the net. Let's see if she can put one in for Grammy June. Comes up now and out by the Lady Bulldogs, who have 10 seconds to work with here. They have a chance here. They move it in. Shot blocked by Ella. It comes to the point, goes out. That'll do it for the period. Which ends with OCW holding a 3-0 lead. Your game recap brought to you by my YouTube page. Follow and subscribe. Right here, if you've made it this far, you could hit that little subscribe button. It helps. It does mean a little something. Gets the girls a little more exposure for their hard work. Helps the video spread a little more widely. You never know what that's going to mean. Usually good stuff. And of course, you never know what you're going to see. You can go back and fire through the archives and see crazy stuff like the double penalty shot game. Not necessarily just for OCW games, but New Jersey Rockets and others. So whichever organization or school you're from, or if you just happen to be checking out OCW Girls Varsity High School Hockey, we appreciate it very much. And if you hit that alerts button, then every time we are streaming live or we upload content, which say, for instance, might be, a cleaner copy of this game, then you'll get an alert and you could see that there. Sometimes at all times we're subject to whatever data or Wi-Fi is in the building. And sometimes the streams don't come very cleanly, especially when I raise my voice, you might notice. And after the games have completed, I'll go back and set up a cleaner copy of the game, which should have no interruptions, at least for the most part, and is a little easier to watch and maybe comes in a little bit higher quality. So all that stuff happens if you are a subscriber, and then it'll be front and center more times when you're popping onto YouTube to go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories or remodeling cars or fixing your washing machine or how does a Zamboni work or how did the First World War start or who was the best music band of the 70s. OCW in the white jerseys, the Lady Bulldogs in the dark kits. Rizzo on the dot with Toman and Villano up front. Herzog and Lee, the defense pair. Underway, period 3, 3-0. OCW sent through neutral ice, but whistled down quickly. It looked like it might have been a penalty. And let's see if they are going to put it on the Lady Bulldogs. They are. Looks like number 89 has been called. I didn't see what the symbol was, maybe a hook. Our spotter, Debbie Rizzo, thinks it might well be that. That would drive the face-off into the offensive zone. And looks like Jacobus jumps out there with Pramuka and Costello. So you have your goal scorers out there. There's Ella, takes a shot, knocked down with the Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs logo on the goaltender's chest and covered, no rebound. So 89 in the box for 2 minutes as we're just underway in period 3. And the first power play for OCW. Ella just walks right in. If they don't stop you, just keep going. And she went right to the top of the circle before she fired a shot and got it through traffic. Now Ella gets through the slot, gets a little help from Easton, but Easton's got to backtrack there. She couldn't possess it cleanly. Foot race there, and she's going to win most or all of them. Tipped to stay onside. No, it is not. So it is an icing on the power play team, OCW. The change takes place up front. 14-12 left, third period, 3-0 OCW over the Lady Bulldogs from Ice Time in Newburgh, New York. The Lady Bulldogs hailing from Brewster. This shot doesn't get through traffic because Veronica knocked it down. Well, she knocked it up, actually, into the air. And Amy tries to send Avery on the breakout. Tegan's on the near side. If Avery picks that one off, Tegan was actually down the center lane. It comes to Tegan's side. She turns and gets a little help from Grace. Grace will send it over the center line. That's knocked down. It's going to go on goal and steered there to the defenseman who will send it up, but thinking she's going to ice it. Amy was right in that position. Oh, it's sent right at the net and nearly finds its way in. So Amy just sent it at the net. So put the puck on net and good things happen. Avery was over there. She missed it. A couple of players missed it. The goalie was screened, but she still got down in time and stopped it. Comes to the point on the near side, takes too sharp of an angle bounce for Grace to get it, and Veronica's going to go back and grab it. Up to Avery right in front of the penalty box, and Rather, that was Amy, I think, maybe. Amy or Avery. I know. White helmets. They move fast. One-timer by Toman goes just wide. Comes up the near side boards. Matone keeps it in and sends it right back down. Teagan is there, forces it to go up the middle, and it does. It's going to go right on net, so Landolina has to stop it and steer it. Matone picks it up, curls behind her own net, tries to get it out, but she's under pressure. She's going to get a little help from Toman, who sends it cross ice to Rizzo. Rizzo looking to move up, sends it to Helsley, who touches it and lets it go in for no icing. Taken behind the end line now, full strength and even strength for both teams. Picked off by Skylar coming down the middle. Skylar looking to center it, tries to get it through traffic, couldn't do it. She was on the backhand there and moving up. Hansen with a deft keep in at the point. She moves it forward end of the line. Tries to center it off the side of the net. It's still loose there. It's in play and now covered, and there's the whistle. Francesca nearly had the centering feed, and she had a couple of players in front. It hit the side of the net and stayed up there. Rizzo on the dot. McFarland in the slot. Rizzo lost, well, I don't know, it looked like she won the faceoff, won it forward. McFarland pushing, steals it. Villano picks it up and sends it across ice to the far corner. Lady Bulldogs pick it up there, and they send it out. They have a 2-on-1 with Hansen back. Hansen's going to play the shooter, gets a piece of that, but they score on the pass, and that will cut the deficit to 3-1 for the Lady Bulldogs. They get the 2-on-1. They pass just enough. Francesca managed to play actually both, believe it or not. She played the puck carrier, got a piece of her to slow down the pass. She was able to get over and play the pass recipient, who got just enough of it, and it changed direction a little bit, but right on the face-off, Easton takes it in. Easton gets behind the goal. Oh, but behind the D, it just misses the goal with her shot. Here's a quick shot, pop-up, no infield fly rule. So runners advance on their own volition. Rather, infield fly was called. I missed the joke. Easton behind the end line, turning and looking, tried to center it. And if she found Jacobus there, PJ would be looking for a hat trick. 3-1 now. The plot has thickened as the Lady Bulldogs have dented the net. Now 11:05. There's a shot in front and a rebound, still loose. Oh, the referee lost sight, and he's going to blow the whistle more times than not. Near side referee saw it, but far side ref lost sight. Jacobus on the dot, Lamuka in the slot. They pick it off despite the face-off loss. Rachel Lee kept it in. Rachel battling along the point to keep it in again. PJ hustling along the end boards. Centering pass. It's loose in front, but Easton and Addie didn't realize it was right below their skates. Now breaking in 3-on-1, if they can field the puck cleanly, would be the Lady Bulldogs, and they can't. So this game is tightened up. Here's Easton. You can hear her cheering section just to our right. Addie trying to pick it up in the slot, can't do it. Lady Bulldogs have picked up not only their game, but also their pace. They're calling that one icing. I think that probably should not have been called icing. Looked like, to me, it was a contested dump, but and sounded like it hit a stick of an OCW player, but OC will take it. Avery on the dot, Amy in the slot, Riz on the far boards. Grace gets it between the points, sends it toward the net, still loose, still at the net. Shoveled forward, not sure by who, a bunch of sticks there, and covered up. 10:15 remaining period 3, 3-1 Orange County West. Avery on the dot, can't win it, loose puck there, they'll break out, picked off by Tolman, she's had a big game. Avery looking for Riz possibly, backhander over to Riz, but handcuffed each other a little bit and couldn't quite connect. Comes to the point, Veronica sends it at the net, did she get it through? Not quite strong enough. Amy there again. Toman's been all over the place today on these 50-50 battles. She's got a very strong stick, does number 11. It comes into the offensive zone now. The Lady Bulldogs have had to earn every piece of real estate that they've gained today. And in the one case where they got a 2-on-1 that connected, they were able to convert. 9:33 left, period 3. Avery sends it up the middle for Amy, but a little too strong, and that's going to result in an icing, a stoppage of play with 9:27 remaining in the game, and wholesale changes for both teams. Looks like a couple of position adjustments between centers and wings for period 3 here. As Skylar takes the face-off, she's out with Natalie and Raylan up front. Hansen and Altman on the back line. Ray almost hustled out to get a breakaway there, but just couldn't spring the puck close enough. 3-on-2, wrist shot goes just wide. Rebound, Emmy slides over with the big save with the paddle of the stick. That puck was ticketed. Backhand stuff attempt rebuffed. Loose in front, another backhand knocked away by one, but can they get it out? Nat gets it and she banks it off the boards and gets it out. McMahon hustling down. I think now she curls back into a defensive posture, as with 8:40 left, if OCW can keep the Lady Bulldogs off the board, they'll secure the win. So good disciplined hockey there. That whistle comes with 8:37 left in the third period from ice time in Newburgh, New York. If you just jumped on, Orange County West has a 3-1 lead over the Lady Bulldogs. That one fired off of a stick and changed direction and goes from near side to far corner. Costello opened the scoring with a breakaway in the first period. She split 2 defenders, and when she got a step on one, she managed to keep that step and then made a great move to get in and put it in with the backhand. Pramuka set up Jacobus for a one-timer in front that PJ put through the 5-hole to make it 2-0 after one. Pramuka then set up Jacobus for another goal of the shorthanded variety. That was the only scoring of period 2. And then in period 3, the Lady Bulldogs have responded, converting on a 2-on-1, although they have not had the balance of possession. Here's Easton. She'll skate it around the back line and the back boards, tries to center it. Eventually it comes to the center. Rachel sends it through traffic almost all the way, but it hit a Lady Bulldog skate before it got all the way there. Easton snookers 3 players into holding up. Ella wrist shot redirected. Costello and 89 were in a battle of redirecting that puck, and I'm not sure who won it, but the puck went wide. Comes to the near side half boards. PJ there. She's been a dervish. She and Pramuka have been everywhere together. Redirected in front on net, and that was Easton getting a piece of that and redirecting it, but that one couldn't find its way in. Face off to the goaltender's right. 6:55 left third period. 3-1 OCW. Avery wins the face-off to herself. Not sure if that was by design, but that's the way it worked out. Lady Bulldogs can't get it out as Teagan was keeping it in. It comes out now, and they try to race forward, but they can't get it in the zone. Now they'll gain the zone on the left point, send a shot at net, and Emmy knocked it down with the paddle of the stick, but it didn't come cleanly. It looked like it got on its edge just before it got to the netminder. But Randolina knocked it down and was not under pressure, so she calmly waited to corral it and then cover it. Backhand attempt doesn't get all the way to the net as Grace Matone picks it off. Amy Toman with a blind pass that can't find its way out of the net. She was looking to spring Avery. This one sent down, not going to have enough juice for the icing. Tegan Narrow, she was looking to pick that one off, and she had 5 feet of real estate to go and nobody else in front of her except the goalie. Riz now with Tegan working the near side boards 2-on-3. Tegan gets a piece of it, sends it in, hustles off for a change. Amy and Riz up front, and they are joined by Raylan, who jumps on now. It is Grace and Veronica on D. Wrist shot fired wide. It comes out toward the front of the net, but not all the way over the line. Loose puck in front, and he covers it up with the trapper. Down to 5:39 left in period 3. A 3-1 lead for OCW. So, as I like to do my math in a 2-goal game, I generally say the clock's not a factor until there are 3 minutes left. Until then, it's pretty much play regular hockey, and then once you get to 3 minutes left with a 2-goal lead, we usually start to see things possibly open up and some chances being taken. Battled for along the near side boards, Hansen pushing along with Volano, and eventually the puck squirts out toward the other side. Skylar trying to snap it out and get to it. Riz back covering a D there, and she picks it up, gets through one. She'll go and leave that one for Taylor, and now back to Riz. Riz skates in, looking, still looking. Wrist shot! That had a chance to go in, but she fired it high. She was looking for Ray also, and Ray looked like she came in and gave a pretty good screen right there. Here's a breakaway coming in. Emmy jumps out and is able to cover that one up. Francesca just got enough of a piece of the defender perhaps to just disrupt her enough and either knock the puck away or force a little, not necessarily the turnover, but no real shot there and a potential breakaway with 4:45 left in the game. Face-off win by the Lady Bulldogs, and now here's a breakaway. Addie again makes the move, same move as before, but this time it's stopped. Costello with her second breakaway of the game. She gets it back down low. Addie centers it, score! That's a hat trick for Jacobus! Take off your hat and throw it on the ice for number 21. Peyton Jacobus makes it 4-1 with 4:25 left in the game. Number 21, 2 + 1 = 3. That's Jacobus math, and she found a pass in front from Addison Costello, who had a breakaway, couldn't score, hustled to keep it in. Now here's Addie again hustling at the left post. She's forced behind the net, 1-on-2. Still with it. She's got Easton and PJ out there making the triangle. PJ gets it to Ella. Point shot knocked down by one of the Lady Bulldog sticks and moves to the far corner. 4 minutes left. Time now very much in favor with that goal of OCW. Ella, nice move. Wrist shot, glove down. That's a stellar save. Herzog sending that puck at eye level, but the netminder manages to get her glove all the way up there, very close to the shoulder area to glove that one down. Terrific save. 4-1 OCW. Jacobus with a hat trick, one of them shorthanded. Matone to Coy, centering feed. Loose in front, goes just wide, Amy Tolman. Boy, she should get rewarded with a goal there, number 11. She's been phenomenal today. Addison Costello opened the scoring. Peyton Jacobus doubled the lead in the first. It was 2-0. PJ shorthanded. Both of her first 2 goals are from Easton. And the Lady Bulldogs made it into a game. They threw it in doubt. Avery gets through too. She comes through the slot. Now she skates it behind the net. One-time feed for Amy. Couldn't connect on it. There's a collision over there at neutral ice. That's straight up. There's no check right there. That's just girls playing hockey and hustling to pucks. Big shift by Avery there. That one sent out. Riz looking to pick that one off and try to get to the races. Riz trying to pick it off with Teagan as well. They come in over the line to the Lady Bulldogs. Now with 2:40:39, there's going to be a penalty, or is it just a whistle? Somebody got dumped over there. 2:37 now. 4-1 OCW. Not firmly in the win column yet, but Rizzo will jump into the box for a roughing. So she plants someone against the boards over there, and she'll sit in the box for 2 minutes with 2:37 left in the game, and hopefully OCW and for Louisa, hopefully she serves that entire penalty because it means they've killed off the power play. Wrist shot gets redirected but doesn't get all the way to Landolina. Now comes to the near side boards. Teagan over there. Tootie gets redirecting her player, not letting her put the puck where she wanted it. It comes to the left side circle and through there. A lot of traffic centered in front. Hansen redirected the player away from the puck, and that's what kept that one out of the net. Big power play here so far for the Lady Bulldogs. This is their best sustained possession of the game, including penalties. That one sent out into neutral ice. Amy almost picks that one off, and she would have been off to the races. OCW with one shorthanded goal already. That's by Jacobus, and she has 2 others for the hat trick. Costello with the other. That one sent up but not out as it was knocked down not by a high stick. 89 gets it. Rich shot redirected but taken right down. Nifty play by Taylor Altman. Her goalie pretty much freaked that she was redirecting it. Loose in front, and Taylor gets the stick on her player to prevent the tap in. Here comes Easton. She's got PJ. Goalie comes way out. Easton gets in behind the net. She shoots and scores. With 66 seconds left in the game, Pramuka with the short-hander. 5-1 Orange Crush. She hustled out, knocked that puck away. Skated off to the races. She had, actually it wasn't PJ, it was Addie that was with her. And it could have gone 2-0, but Easton was just so far ahead of everybody that she had that clean lane right in, made the move at the end, and put it in. Skylar up front now with Ray, Ella, and Rachel in the back line. There's a big save by Emmy, and she knocked down the rebound and kept the rebound out with the pads. This one chipped up but not out. They go between the points to the Lady Bulldogs, who are now in the final minute. This win now firmly in the books for OCW with a couple of late goals here. Wrist shot redirected, doesn't get toward the net. Rachel sends it out. Riz repatriates the ice. She's gonna, let's see if she knocks this one out. And it's taken behind the end line. Herzog there. She'll send it forward. Riz trying to get behind the D. Skylar there. If she looks up, she's got Riz. And she's gonna get a little help along the boards on the near side. Little pushing and shoving there. Puck still over the line. Now it comes out and it goes all the way down. And there is going to be a whistle and a stoppage for another roughing penalty. And let's see who this is. And right back in the box is Rizzo. So somebody ought to tell the father to control his kid. Maybe we'll do that on the replay. 8 seconds left, another power play. Lady Bulldogs win the faceoff. Wrist shot goes wide because Emmy made the save. Sent up the far boards. 2 seconds. One more shot. One. That will do it for the contest on a Wednesday afternoon. OCW puts this one in the books. 5-1. Hat trick for Jacobus. And single goals apiece by her line mates, Addison Costello and Easton Pramuka. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and we're glad to have your support. Then you hit the alerts button, and every time we are bringing you OCW hockey or any content live or uploaded, you will get an alert. That will do it one more time. From Ice Time in Newburgh, New York, OCW 5, the Lady Bulldogs won. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching. Orange County West, Girls Varsity High School Hockey.